Hey guys, thank you guys so much for coming back to another video. If it's your first video, welcome. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here guys, you know what to do before you leave. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment. Let me just say guys, we are at 5,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for getting us past that landmark. It was something that seemed very impossible when we just started. But you know what guys, we are able to say that we have over 5,000 subscribers, and that's just because of this wonderful community. You guys made this possible, and I just want to say thank you for the love, thank you for the support. And you know what guys, it's just an amazing community that I'm really grateful for, and I'm really happy that we have started this community and we are also a part of this community. Thank you guys so much. Now if you're new here guys, what you get here is authentic Canadian content where I share my experience moving to Canada as an immigrant. I left from the beautiful island of Jamaica, made the long 3-plane journey across the ocean, across the seas to Grande, Prairie, Alberta, where I have been living for the past 4 years. Came as an international student, and of course guys, finished school, started working, got my postgrad work permit, and I am now a permanent resident of Canada. And I share my journey unfilteredly so that for other persons who want to make a similar journey can have real life practical examples to go by, which ultimately will make their journey easier. That is what you get here on this channel. So if this is valid to you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. All right guys, now what am I going to be talking about today guys? I'm going to be talking about renting an apartment in. Many of us are from different cultures, so when we migrate we really don't know what to expect. So it's totally fine to like be curious and concerned and just to be anxious of what is really lying ahead. Now, one of the first things that I would like to suggest that you should be looking for when renting an apartment in Canada as a new immigrant is find an apartment that has in-suite laundry. Now, it might sound very trivial to many of you guys because wanting to come to Canada was a dream for many of us, and once you have gotten our approval, nothing else matters. But what I would like to say is that having an apartment with in-suite laundry can be so beneficial to you guys in so many ways that is not even funny. Now, if you guys have been following my channel for a while, I have done my first apartment tour a couple years ago where I share where I was living, and that laundry was actually on the first floor of the apartment building. So everyone in the apartment had to go to the first floor to do their laundry. Now we had a number of different washer and dryers in the laundry room, so it wasn't like one washer or one dryer. But I had a very bad experience from sharing washer and dryer with other persons, and it's a big deal that's very possible here in North America. Now in the Caribbean and probably other places in the world, we have a saying, night don't let the bed bugs bite, and that's just a saying. But here in Canada, it's real. Bed bugs are real, as real as it gets, guys. And you don't want to get infected with bed bugs. Now, we were unfortunate enough to have been infected with bed bugs because we used a washer and a dryer that probably somebody else who was infected with bed bugs used. And because of that, we ended up had to move out of the apartment, go to hotel, stuff like that, so that the apartment complex could have done their treatments and stuff. But we weren't the only one, like the entire floor had bed bugs. But because one person caught bed bugs and we were sharing washer and dryer, we ended up contracting bed bugs, and my arms have not fully recovered from the damage that those bed bugs have done to my skin. It's not a very good experience guys. So that's just one negative that can be resulted from sharing washer and dryer. So I always say that as basic as it sounds, as best as possible, find an apartment that offers in-suite laundry. Now the other thing that I would like to say that you guys should be looking out for is find an apartment that has an elevator, right? Now, depending on where you are going, this might not be possible, but also depending on the floor that you are at, it might not even matter. Like if you are living in an apartment on the ground floor, it doesn't matter if they have elevator or not. But if you're living in an apartment that has multiple floors and you're living on the 4th floor or 5th floor, 6th floor, you're gonna need an elevator, right? Sad to say, not all the apartment buildings here in Alberta or here in Canada has an elevator. Now, you don't want to be struggling with groceries up multiple floors, right? taking furniture up multiple floors, right? That's not very convenient and it's very difficult. Now, new immigrants don't normally think about these things, which is why I'm doing this video. So you want to make sure that you're finding an apartment that has an elevator that will make your life so much easier, especially if it is that you have kids or if it is that you have some form of physical disability or physical sickness in terms of arthritis and stuff like that. An elevator will definitely make your life so much better, right? So definitely look for an apartment that has elevator. Now, if it is that you're an international student or a temporary worker who doesn't plan to get a car anytime soon, you want to make sure that your apartment is very close to transit, right? Now, transit, public transportation is what's going to be your major means of transportation as a new immigrant. So you want to make sure that you're not traveling for long periods of time to get to the transit station or to a bus stop, right? Now, you don't want to be traveling for 10 or 15 minutes to get to a bus stop or to a train station. Sounds relatively short, but you don't want to be walking 10 minutes in a snowstorm. It's not very, very, very convenient. Take my word for it, right? You want to make sure that your apartment is so centrally located that everything is in close proximity. And in addition to having access to transit and bus stop, you want to make sure that the amenities that you're going to need the most are relatively close by. Grocery shop or grocery store, right? A bank, if you want to go to the gym, whatever it is that you need as an individual, you want to make sure that you're finding an apartment that is centrally located, right? Now, a lot of persons are always asking me, how does it work? Do I sign a 1-year lease? Do I sign a 6-month lease? Do I sign a 1-month lease? Now, as a new immigrant, typically speaking, 1-year lease is what most apartment complexes require, right? Now, as renters, that gives them the peace of mind to knowing that that income is guaranteed for the next 12 months. But also, as a person who's renting the apartment, that gives you peace of mind to know that you don't necessarily have to look for anything else within the next year. And oftentimes, when you sign a 1-year lease, it gives you a discount on your rent, most times, that you don't get if you don't sign the 1-year lease, right? Now, when you sign a 1-year lease, right, you want to make sure that you have vetted these apartment complexes adequately, because breaking your lease can cost you up to 3 times your initial rent, right? So breaking your lease can cost you financially in many, many ways. So you want to either make sure that you are doing all your checks and balances before you sign that 1-year lease, or if you haven't, suffer through the 12 months then, right? That's how it's here. That's how it is here in Canada. Breaking your lease is very difficult, right? Now, if you have the money, you can just pay out your lease at any time and move on. But it can cost you up to 3 months, 4 times, 5 times your rent. And they make it difficult so that you don't break your lease, because obviously you're breaking that renter's agreement, right? That's definitely what I would say. Now, if you're moving to Canada and you're moving to Canada to a destination that you don't know anyone, you want to make sure as best as possible that you connect with somebody who have some experience of the area that you're going. These persons are going to be able to tell you what that apartment complex is known for, what's the good, what's the bad, what's the indifferent from a real life perspective, right? You don't want to be buying going to an apartment that you know nothing about. In other words, puts in a bag, right? It might work out in your favor 100%. It might work out in your favor, but also it might not work out in your favor as well, right? It might not work out in your favor as well. So see if the area that you're going, if there's anyone who provides settlement services, that would be ideally the best thing for you. If not, just connect with somebody on the ground. There's so many persons, there's so many YouTube channels, there's so many mediums that you can reach out to persons and say, hey, I'm moving here and I've seen this apartment building. I just want somebody to take a look at it for me, just to make sure that it's there and make sure that it's good. What do you think about it from a one-on-one perspective? Hear what the person has to say, and then that will definitely make your life so much easier, guys. Networking will make your life so much easier when you are in Canada. Now, what I would like to also say, guys, is that don't overcommit, right? Don't find an apartment that's too expensive and then you're stuck with it for the next 12 months. At least, I would say try to find the best value for your budget, right? Find something that you are very comfortable with, something that you can see yourself living in for the past next 12 months. It might not be perfect in a sense that you might not have everything that you want, but it have everything that you need, right? Now, definitely take that into consideration. Getting the best value for your dollar, right? That's what you want to be looking for. You don't want to necessarily be over investing in something that it's temporary, right? It's temporary, it's not your own home. It's just to start. That's what you have to be looking at. Now, you're gonna be living there, so obviously you want to be as comfortable as possible, but ultimately do not over invest. Okay guys, that's it for my tips when renting an apartment here in Canada as a new immigrant. If you find any value in this video, guys, please subscribe to my channel. Really helps me out. Smash that like button and drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, and also let me know where you're going if you're thinking of migrating to Canada. And if you're in Grande Prairie, Alberta, drop a comment. Let's connect. I'm always looking to connect with persons here in Grande Prairie. All right guys, big up on yourself. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for taking us over that 5,000 subscriber mark. Really love and appreciate you guys. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.